Hello and welcome to Newtown Jets TV. I'm speaking to Newtown Jets coach Greg Matterson. This Saturday, September 7, Greg will take charge of the Newtown Jets New South Wales Cup team for the 150th time. Greg, how does that make you feel?
Oh, it'll be proud, but at the end of the day, it's just another game of footy. Hoping the Jets can win another game and cement the top four spot.
Thanks. You first came to Newtown in 2005 after coaching MacArthur in the New South Wales Police Rugby League. How did you find the step up?
Oh, it was good. I was excited about it, to coach at a sort of semi-professional level. And footy coaching's about man management, and they're just human beings that you got to look after and try and get the best out of. And it's been a great ride.
Did you always want to be a rugby league coach?
No, I always loved the game. Family's been in the game, and I captain coached years ago, and then had a bit of a break. Got back into the police footy, and then Cole gave me the opportunity to coach the Jim Beam Cup, and I thought I'd have a crack, and I've enjoyed it.
In 2006, your Jim Beam Cup team made the grand final against the odds. What was that season like for you?
Yeah, it was a real good season. We worked really hard. We probably didn't have the quality of players a lot of the other teams had, but we had a great gym facility, and Dennis Shakes is our conditioner, and we trained hard, we worked hard on our weights, and we were a strong, fit team, and got us a fair way. We're 22-18 at half-time in the grand final, but the Bulls had a stack of quality players, and they ran away with it at the end. But we overachieved, I believe, that year.
After deputising for Paul Young in 2007, you took over the reins in 2008. Again, how did you find the step up to coaching New South Wales Cup?
Oh, it was a little bit daunting at first, knowing that you're going to get a lot of first graders back, and over the years here we've had internationals and some super players, and it's been fantastic to be involved with them and the coaches that I've been involved with from back in the early days, Stuart Raper, Ricky Stewart, Freddie, Chris Anderson, and now Smithy, Robbo, JT and Johnny, Paul Green. There's been a heap of them.
Excellent. In 2009, you were honoured with the role of coach for the New South Wales residents team. What are your memories of that team and that game against the Queensland Cup rep side?
Yeah, that was a real good experience. As I look at a lot of the blokes that I coached then and now that have cemented themselves in first grade, your Bo Ryans, your Todd Lowry, there's a heap of them. But it was a great experience. It's great to go up to Queensland and beat them up there. It was a real highlight of my coaching career.
And what is the highlight of the past 6 seasons as Newtown's New South Wales Cup coach?
Oh, winning the last year's grand final for sure. You work hard with a group of blokes, and some of the boys I've had here for a few years, and we've become friends. I'm not just their coach. I class a lot of them as friends, and to sort of get there with them, and it was fantastic. And hopefully we can get another one.
Let's hope so. Is there a match or moment that you regret or wish you could have again as coach of Newtown?
Oh, there's probably a few. As a coach, you analyse what you did in that. But in the 09 grand final, we were down on troops. Was it 09?
08.
08 when we got beat. We're down on troops, and we had a lot of players playing out of position. But I think I should have took a punt and threw Byron Ford into 5-8, and we might have snuck away with a try there to win us the comp. But anyway, that's hindsight, and it's a wonderful thing.
Thanks to our partnership with the Sydney Roosters, as you mentioned, you've coached many current and former NRL stars. Are there any players that stood out to you for their demeanour or ability?
Oh, mate, they've all been great, but very rarely we've had a bloke back here kicking stones. We've had a few blokes back here disappointed over the years. I remember Marty Kennedy and Aidan Guerrero thinking their careers were over, no one wanted them. We have to pick them up, it's our job, and get them back refocused, and they've both gone on and they're emerging Origin players. But when we had Minnie back here for a game and we went out to Windsor, and Freddie put the whole first grade team in a bus and they all come out and watched, and he sat and sang the song with us after the game, and there was no baggage with him, and Toddy Carney come and played out at Manly. They were just good blokes. They didn't want any special treatment, and that's been the regular with all the Rooster blokes, your Sammy Perrich, your Mitch Orbos. All the blokes have been great blokes.
And you've also had a working relationship with Sydney Roosters coaches. What have you learned from them?
Oh, every coach is different. I've got my own theories on coaching, but it's always good to listen and talk to other people and just watch. I'm a bit of a student of watching. They've got their job, so I don't try and stick my nose in too much, but I study what they do, and everything that works for them is not necessarily going to work for us, but I've picked up some fantastic tips off every one of the coaches that have been here, right through now to Robbo.
And for coaches you've coached against, who's the toughest coach in the New South Wales Cup you've had to coach?
I don't coach against coaches, I coach against players, basically, So it's about identifying the dangerous players in the opposition and playing to our strengths.
Of the Newtown players, you've coached many that haven't reached the heights of the NRL but have been great players nonetheless. Are there any players in that group that you've really admired over the past 6 years?
Oh yeah, your Carla Deeb, your Raymond Jarleys that played tough. We've had some skillful blokes like your Lukey Millwood, and there's a stack of them, but they just cope. We're happy to play at Newtown and toil real hard.
You mentioned Khalid. He is set to mark his 100th New South Wales Cup appearance on the same day you coach your 150th, which is this Saturday against Canterbury. What's he been like to coach?
Oh, he's been great. Yeah, he's a real leader. He comes from a Muslim background, and he fits in with all the Aussie boys well, and put a lot of barbecues on over the years, and we've gone and shared his family, his home, and yeah, he's just a great bloke.
Excellent. Would you consider giving Khalid a shot at goal to mark his 100th game?
We'll have to be well in front.
After this week, Newtown will participate in the 2013 VB New South Wales Cup Final Series. Which teams will Newtown have to watch, and are there any dark horses?
The dark horses are probably the teams that their NRL team doesn't make the finals, because a lot of players, what happened to us last year, the Roosters didn't make the final, so we qualified a lot of fringe first graders, and that'll be the same as West Tigers, Wanny,
Windsor,
where their NRL teams aren't going to make the grand final, so they'll get an influx of quality players to choose from. Yeah, and they can. Doesn't matter if you finish 7th or 8th as Balmain, and we proved last year, you get the right players, you can win 4 games in a row.
The next question has 2 parts to it. What has impressed you about the Newtown Jets in 2013, and is there anything they need to improve on for the finals campaign?
Yeah, what's impressed me is we've been down a couple of times. We've been down on troops. We've had a few lows in the year, but we've bounced back, regrouped, and they're willing to work hard, and they put their body on the line, most of these blokes, and as a coach, that's a criteria that I look for as a player that's tough and is willing to bleed for the team. And the second part, yeah, we need to improve in all areas, but in saying that, if we do, we can give any team in the finals a run for their money.
Greg, we wish you all the best for the rest of the season. And thank you to everybody for tuning in. We hope to see you this Saturday, 7 September at Henson Park for the big game against the Bulldogs. Kick-off is at 3 p.m.
Thanks, Jeff.